Welcome to Truth by Billie Beene. This is a flash update on World War III. Today's date, June 18, 2025. Time in Texas, about 6 p.m. We have President Trump going into another Situation Room security meeting late this afternoon, and his doomsday plane on standby. What's going on? President Trump has made this statement: if Iran gets a nuke, the whole world will blow up. And this afternoon we have confirmation, as I have been saying, it's not reasonable to believe that Iran does not already have nukes. That's why I have been mystified by the U.S. government's rhetoric. Iran cannot be allowed to have a nuke, and the U.S. will have to use every resource it has to stop that. Today, we have verification that Iran definitely has, some sources say 24, other sources say more nukes that they can launch at any time. And to verify this is a report coming from Israeli News Live, and it's public verification by Russian media that President Putin made a secret phone call to Iranian President Mahmoud Baskiyan. This happened, we believe, today or possibly late last night, and President Putin asked Iran not to use nukes against Israel and to stop Iran's attack on Israel now. The president of Iran, in Russia's public statement, replied to President Putin that he could guarantee Iran would not use any of its nukes on Israel. So this is verification that Iran does indeed have nukes. And we're hearing more and more rumors that the 50-year-old, soon-to-be retired U.S. carrier Nimitz is being pre-positioned in the Middle East, and rumors are to be sunk as an FF to get the U.S. directly engaged in what's now shaping up to be World War III. And we have Pakistan, also a nuclear power, standing by to assist Iran in making strikes on Israel. And we have China jumping in also. Now we have this, Mike Huckabee, President Trump's ambassador to Israel today, making a public statement that the U.S. is evacuating its embassy personnel and American citizens out of Israel. I find this interesting with regard to timing of the events we're seeing. The U.S. stock market and banks will be closed tomorrow to observe Juneteenth Day. We have this from New York Prepper that the U.S. used 7 KC-135 refuelers from the U.S. over to the UK yesterday to refuel 12 U.S. fighter planes, the F-22. They were moved to the UK yesterday. Today, they're being moved to the Middle East. The F-22 is a 5th-generation stealth U.S. fighter plane. So that's going on. And we also had yesterday the U.S. evacuating people and also moving U.S. military assets out of Qatar, and Bahrain. And late this afternoon, just a few minutes ago, Hal Turner's intel verifies that Iran has launched some type of new weapon against Israel, and it had a different exhaust pattern, plus other things were different about it. It's being speculated by U.S. intel. It's some type of variant by Iran, possibly of its FATW missiles. And we have China today communicating to Oman that China will not stand by and see Israel attack Iran. Analysts are unsure as to what exactly this means. So our bottom line here is we see the U.S. moving more and more assets to the Middle East. We see late this afternoon, after this new missile has been launched by Iran on Israel, and after the China statement, and after the public statement by Russia that Iran does indeed have nukes. We see President Trump just a few minutes ago going into the Situation Room, which he called the War Room, for another security meeting. We do know that President Trump's doomsday plane has been pre-positioned for his use. It's good to pray for America, President Trump, the U.S. military, and world peace. I love you, and I'll see you soon.